Good morning, Baltimore. The world is watching Baltimore. The world is watching Baltimore, and I'm going to give them something to see. Alright? The world is watching Baltimore, and I'm going to give them something to see. Alright? It's the state of Maryland. Alright? That's a governor's citation from Governor Hogan. That's a governor's citation from Governor Hogan. Governor Hogan gave me the governor's citation. He didn't know it. I'm a weaver. I'm a weaver in Baltimore. You feel me? I'm a weaver in Baltimore. And Governor Hogan, you got a criminally charged Scott Shellenberger before the 2022 elections. Criminally charged Scott Shellenberger because I'm a whistleblower. I blew the whistle on Scott Shellenberger. Fox 45 got this. Jane Miller got this. Y'all got this. This is from the 2010 elections, 11 years ago. I blew the whistle on y'all, and these are the cases. Alright? These are the cases. We talking about the new face of old Jim Crow. You got a criminally charged Scott Shellenberger before the 2020 elections. If y'all don't charge Scott Shellenberger and y'all permit that, like I seen Johnny Oleski yesterday, I seen Fox 45. Y'all don't do no live feeds in Baltimore unless y'all talk about Scott Shellenberger. The same way that you going after Marilyn Mosby, you need to go after Scott Shellenberger. Scott Shellenberger lied to the grand jury, presented false evidence to the grand jury, destroyed evidence. Part of the material that Scott Shellenberger destroyed was a movie called Portraits of a Letter. It was all about Baltimore. It was about Fox 45 and the way they demonize people. You got Baltimore rewired, the money behind the machine. We're talking about these cases right here in that toilet. Alright? Scott Shellenberger knowingly lied to the public and had me incarcerated. Right here. I was kidnapped by the state for making a documentary about the state and the money you make behind the war on drugs. N62528. Everything that Scott Shellenberger got, everything that Sheriff Marquette got, everything the Department of Justice got, everything the FBI got, y'all got to put in front of the voters in 2022. Everything that Governor Hogan got, everything that Speaker Jones got, everything that Delegate Stephanie Smith got, y'all got to put in front of the voters. You feel me? I was kidnapped by the state for making a documentary. I was kidnapped by the state for making a documentary about your prison industry. We talking about the war on drugs and the murder and death in our communities. We talking about Fox 45. Like I said, I was making a movie. That's my producer. That's Arts and Promotion and The Real News. I gave this to The Real News in 2014. Alright? That's Promotions and Arts. And that's the county council. Alright? The county council ain't did nothing about this. Quirk, Jones, I was kidnapped. Y'all got to play the whole hour and a half interview with Adam May and me at Spring Grove Medical Hospital. The whole hour and a half interview. Everything from WJZ. Everything in the Baltimore County Council. All the videos. All the legal mail. All the tapes. Councilman Quirk, Councilman Jones, Izzy, y'all been protecting Scott Shellenberger too long. Like I said, that's the case right there. You got to get this material up. Because we talking about the 2014 elections. Bilal, Frosh, Braveheart, Cardins. I got everything I need. I got pictures, videos, and I got legal mail to the Department of Justice. I'm a whistleblower. And y'all got to act on this information. You got to disbar and charge Scott Shellenberger the same way that they did Nafong and the Duke lacrosse team. You got to criminally charge Scott Shellenberger. You got over 10,000 cases that are going to have to be reversed and remanded. You talk about the new face of old Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander's book. Like I said, thousands of cases since 2006 to 2022. Everything that he put his name on, you're going to have to reverse and remand. Everything that ABC2 got, y'all got to turn over to the voters. I'm a whistleblower in these other cases. That's me and boom. Social media for social change. Fox 45, no live feeds. I see you in the streets, I'm going to shut you down. We're going to talk about Jane Miller. We're going to talk about Jane Miller. We're going to talk about Barry Sims. We're going to talk about Scott Shellenberger. We're going to talk about Fox 45 protecting white supremacy. We're going to talk about the money Alec, the corporation, donates to your station. You got FCC violations. 2022, we're going to talk about Scott Shellenberger. Fox 45 going to go after Scott Shellenberger the same way that you went after Marilyn Mosby. Or don't report the news. The new face of old Jim Crow. You feel me?